Raw. All right. Let's get settled in here. You can guess where we are, right? This is one of our regular spots, actually. You guys should recognize this. All right, let's see what's going on. Bror's iPhone connected. 37 peoples. Let me say hello to a few people real quick because the sun is dipping like fast AF. So let me say hello to Maria, Janice, Greg in the backseat, Tom. Greg, I sent you a message through Facebook Messenger. I didn't see yours for a week, but I did reply. And Mary, all the mods are here. BCDC, Sony, Jim, Wolf, Boris. Keep coming. N90. Did you get the 2 for? I think you just got the 2 for. Angie, Venus. I think Venus got a 2 for 2. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Never mind going through this. Chris Miller, Val Marie. All right. Bert is here. Tom Helm is here. Cindy's here. I think I'm caught up. Angry Sweet. Thank you very much for that. And the wifey for that super thanks after the live stream the other day. Do appreciate that. Absolutely freaking awesome. All right, let's see. All right, let me get my seatbelt on because Sammy says next thing on the agenda before it gets dark. Despite the traffic, I don't know what it's going to be, honestly. I want to go cruise over the new temporary bridge, Flamingo over Coville. So let me slap her in gear. Emergency brake off, flaps down. Cleared for takeoff. Let's do it. It's nice, kind of overcasty looking today. I'll take you on a little drive around here before we go down. What are these people doing to the left of us? I'll decide which direction I'm gonna put the camera in a bit. Because I like that off to the side angle instead of looking at people's bumpers the whole time. Cut through these cars. Blah. And I don't like the jaunty angle here. Hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, that's better. And I'll keep up on the chat to the best of my ability without kissing a telephone pole. So if I miss something, I do apologize, but I do read them all later. Oh, it's jaunting again. Come on, quit the jauntiness. All right, so obviously we're on the top of the Rio parking garage. Beautiful day indeed. It is, what does it say? I don't know if that's accurate. Let me let it settle in a bit, but the car's telling me it's 76.9 degrees. You see this right here? Look. Bump. That old police cruiser, they put those in almost every single parking garage, casino parking garage in Las Vegas as a deterrent. I think they're like, hey, you got any, the properties call up the 50 and they're like, hey, you got any old cruisers you ready to send to the junkyard? Why don't you just leave it over here? And they do, because it is a good deterrent, even though people, I guess they kind of know because you don't see those vehicles anymore. But, yeah, it is what it is. I'm still not digging the angle. Hold everything. Let me just do that. Let me do a little of that. Now I think we're in business. So let's go check out the bridge activities. It does make you slow down. You go, uh-oh, 5. That's what she's thinking. Uh-oh, 50. Better slow down. She's slowing her roll. 87 people. That's a good start. And I did get gas first. I just, right up the block is one of the bodegas I go to, and I tossed in a quick 40. You know, it was like, look, done. But it's come down. Not that I'm going to frickin' throw a park. Come down Let's see, what did I just pay? $4.39 instead of $4.99. So it dropped like a stone. All right, I was gonna show you the sunset, but it is getting dark fast, so I think we gotta book. Let's book. Sunset is, I guess I can't show you. I forgot I can do this now. Bwomp. Ain't that pretty? It's all golden. All right, let's get back over there. So while we're driving, let me invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And if you'd like to support the channel, super chat would be awesome while I'm out on the road here. Super thanks after. Clicking on links, doing stuff, yada, yada, yada. And I appreciate you guys checking out all the other little clips that I've been doing. And I see there's a little activity there, but yeah, I appreciate you checking them out. Most of those you've seen live, except for yesterday's. I tested out a pre-recording. Unfortunately, I didn't get to release it until like 7 o'clock at night. So, you know, I appreciate the 1,000 people who did watch it. Janice, drive, excuse me, drive-through coffee. I fired up, what did I fire up here? I got one of my insulated cups. Can you see it? Nah, you really can't see it. Well, maybe you can, hold on. Dun, 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 dun. I got my insulated cup with some nice, strong, hot-ass coffee. And I even soaked it in water. You know, you soak the insulated cup, well, you're supposed to. If you didn't know, now you know. You soak the insulated cup in the hottest water ever prior to putting your beverages in there. Same thing if you're going to do it cold. Put it in the freezer first. So, I should be good to go. I didn't even taste it yet. Let me see. I think I sugared it a little bit, but I mixed it in this thing, so I didn't have my my chemistry quite done. It is the jaunty angle again. Frickin' stop that. There we go. There we go. That's better. See how dark it's getting? What is it? 4:35. Is this the real time or the phony time? I think this is the real time, right? It's PSD now. And don't be annoyed by my blinkers, because I'm one of those considerate people who actually use them. Unlike most of the people here in Vegas. Alright, so we're going to stare at bumpers until we get to the tent bridge. I haven't been over it yet. I don't think you can walk over it, but we'll find that out too. I don't know what I have planned for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do I might do a members only live stream. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you want me to do a members only live stream tomorrow afternoon. I will definitely do one for you guys. Else, I think I have a bunch of viewer mail. I went to the post office, I got a bunch of stuff, picked up a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I think I'll do that tomorrow too. Let me know. The sea of red lights. Yeah, it's gonna get dark fast. We have like 5 minutes. I should have done it like 2. You know what else I noticed? One, that 5-0 is, because we were up by the railroad tracks there. So one thing, oh yeah, 5-0, they were arresting a bunch of people, a bunch of homeless people. They, I don't even know how they got back there, but they were driving around the railroad tracks. So they must have got permission or access somehow. And they had a bunch of people all cuffed up, and they were just sitting there making their presence known. They were on the run. It's not like they just indiscriminately said, F it. What is a news crew doing here? There's a news crew right there. What are you doing, bro? And the other thing I was thinking, yeah, see, I was right. It is now saying it is 73.1. Yeah. He's got a suit on and everything. I didn't get to go get measured for my suit. I think I'm going to have to do that on Thursday. Not for my suit. I just want to get remeasured. because I gotta up my wardrobe game a little bit. Anyhow, I think it's gonna be time, based on this weather, to do a train track walk. I haven't done it. Well, I did it last year. I thought that was fun. I think you guys had fun too. But that one was super long. We walked from there, right at the Rio there, to downtown and back. That was a long walk on the railroad tracks. But I'd be willing to do it again, especially in this weather. And we had the added benefit of walking for 2 hours, and finally there was a train, and I stood like 18 inches from that son of a gun. I thought that was absolutely awesome. Signal might get a hair squirrely right here in this little canyon, because it is what it is. All right, let's get the tilt. Why is this fighting me today? There we go. That's a little better. 93 people on board. So what do you think? Remember, I'm going to watch it now. Train track walk in a suit. Yeah, that walking along a train track is tough because of those rocks. It's worse than walking in sand. But I got some of my crappy old skips. I'll do that. But that was tiring. I don't know if I'm going to go... I don't know if I'm going to go downtown again. Studio's looking clean. Yeah, I did. If you notice in that video, I tweaked yet again the lighting system and everything else, and I think I got the colors where I wanted them. I took it off of not auto exposure. I took it off auto white balance when I did that. I finally dialed it in because I liked the flashing, and by my cologne collection, I like that, but it was just freaking the camera out. I don't think we're gonna get over this bridge before the sun goes down. That was a slight miscalculation on my part, but now I made them solid, regular colors, and yada yada yada. I got the coolest thing that a manufacturer sent me. I'll show it to you in another video, but this company was like, hey, Bror Fredrik, and I'm like, yo, what up? I get these like 2 or 3 times a day, and I turn down, some of them I'm like, yes, like someone wanted to send me like a $1,000 exercise bike with a 27-inch screen connected to it, and they're like, hey, would you want one of these in exchange for a video? And I'm like, yeah, freaking send that shit. And they never do. A lot of these are phishing things, They try to hook you in, then they're like, oh, just click on this link, it's and it's like, abc9472.com/XYZ123, and the minute you click on that, let's get oh damn. I'm gonna have to let these people in coming up on the right. The minute you click on it, you get infected on your computer, and then they try to steal your account, your YouTube account. It's just, I know a lot of them are phishing, and you can tell by the verbiage, but some of them I check out a little deeper. So this company's like, we got this thing, right? You put it you put it in your room, and you press the button, and you do this and you do that, and it turns your ceiling into a, what do they call them things you used to go to when you were a kid? Look at the stars, like planetarium or something. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, sounds like a kid's thing, put the kid to sleep by putting a little moon up. I got those things yesterday, and I gotta tell you, first of all, this thing weighs like 1.5 pounds. It's not a joke. And number 2, it was freaking sexy AF. I was just blown away, and I'm so rarely into, like, telling you about stuff that people send me. However, this thing was freaking cool. I got to do a video of it in my room. It brightens up the room. I wouldn't say you can go to sleep with it, but freaking relaxing. And the manual, you need a microscope to tap your music into it, and you see planets and the moon rising and the constellations, and it's just freaking boss. comets going across your freaking bedroom ceiling, and it doesn't matter whether you have like 30 by 30 bedroom or a 10 by 10. Oh, all right, I'm letting you go, bro. Chill the F out. This chick thinks she's gonna freaking strong on me. Sorry, no microaggression for you today. But it's cool. It's cool. Like, I have a medium to large bedroom. What's my bedroom? It's like 20 by something. I don't know. It's pretty cool. All right, go. You have a let in. Because you don't have a choice. Go. We're on a mission here. But I'll show you that. I'll do a video of it tonight. Yeah, I'll do a video from the bed. You guys want to see my bed? I don't think you guys want to see my bed, but it is, I'm telling you, I thought it was going to be like some Fisher Price bullshit. I mean, they're not cheap. They got like the sound with the they put you to sleep. It's just freaking cool. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to check it out. Got a commercial for someone called Cans. Cans who? Beer cans. Ms. Google, I got your beautiful, wonderful envelope today. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, the phishing is freaking nuts because, I mean, it's kind of, honestly, it's YT's fault that you can click on a link and have your YT account stolen because it reaches into your cookies, even if you do have two-factor authentication, which I do. I not only have to enter the password, but then I have to put a, you know my thing, it's not this one, but let me show you. I don't do it on my phone, using the phone. I legitimately have, let's see if we can do that. There we go. I legitimately have that. It's a hardware key that I gotta put in the computer and authenticate it with my finger. So the problem with YT is that once you're two-party authenticated, it kind of lingers for a long time, which is a pain in the ass, and then the virus that they have goes in there and scrapes your freaking cookies and your browser history and then relogs you in, sets themselves up as administrator of your account, logs you the F out, and you're just done. People fall prey to that scam because, they get a boner. They're like, oh my God, a free bike, a free car. I mean, people offered me cars. I'm not bullshitting. They're like, hey, Bror Fredrik, and you could tell it's not in their first tongue. They're like, hey, Bror Fredrik, we know you're into cars, and we love your home improvement channel. Like they just talk all sorts of shit. Home improvement channel, yeah, that's me. And we're gonna give you this Ford F-150 Raptor to drive for a month if you just drive around and do your lives in it. And I'm just like, yeah, alright. Sometimes I just type back like LOL, and then here we go, we're going over the bridge. And they're just like, why LOL? Why, dear bro, why LOL, dear? You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going over the bridge. Here we go. Ooh. Oh. I wish the rest of the streets in Vegas were this freaking smooth. Oh, temporary bridge. Like there's just a bunch of pipes holding this up. Wow, we have to do that again. Yeah, let's do it again. Do it again, Dad, do it again. There go Tuscany right there. That's machines in there suck ass, but I like to play. All the machines in town suck ass. Yeah, what's the other one I got? Oh, someone said they were going to send me a mattress. They're like, oh, we got these. They actually took the time to say that they saw the video of where I did my like getting ready to go out routine. Bathrobe, and I was in the bathroom in the whirlpool tub. That's a different side of me that people haven't seen, but I think I did it clever. you know, picking out my colognes, doing my shaving, all the rest of that stuff. And they referenced that video. So I was like, maybe this is slightly legit. And I just wrote them back. I was like, they sent me a thing. It went right to the website that sells these things. And it made me take a quiz if I'm a side sleeper or this or that. Do I care about the environment because I got green ones and all this other shit, whatever. And they're supposed to be sending me a freaking bed. I don't know. And I'm like, I'm waiting for them to send something. They're like, all right, cool deal. Just, you know, speak on it. One, that's like freaking $1,400. I'm like, yeah, I'll cut a quick 5-minute video for a $1,400 mattress because I'm actually in the market for one. And they were like, so I'm waiting for them to say, all you have to do is click on this link, you know, to download the contract or download the documents or download further information about, you know, the sales copy we want you to use. That's how they freaking do it. And people are just like, boing, you know, something free, whoa. I mean, people offer me like, you know, cell phone holders that are like $6.99 to stick in the shower and wanting a video in return. Silver 7s, which is a dump. Prime rib special, $21. Maybe we should go check that out one of these days. 21? Would I pay 21 for some prime rib? Probably. Oh, and they're setting up a watch party right here. You get to watch it on large screen TVs. Because whatever. It was not from Purple Mattress. It was from Bear Mattress. Like Bear the animal. Bear. B-E. I can't even spell. B-E-A-R Mattress Company. I'm like, all right, frickin' send me a mattress. You know what? I gave them the address to the P.O. box just on the odd chance that they're actually going to send it. So that's going to be a trip. The P.O. box people are going to be like, Bror Fredrik, what the actual F are you doing? But I think it's one of those ones that they could roll up into like the size of a football. I don't know. Maria with the 5 bananas for gas and coffee. Both, actually. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But if they send me a mattress, I'll freaking do a video on their mattress. You watch me. I'll do a live stream of me sleeping on it. See if it works. But that's a funny thing. I got it like a year or so before I moved back here. Look how dark it is. I'll drop the exposure in a bit. Yeah, maybe it's like 7 years. It's got a lot of mileage on it. And it's just starting now to get that, you know, the imprint with my bod lays. Alright, now we're gonna go like F1 over this bridge. Uh-oh. Yeah, knucklehead would have to hit the brakes. Well, you can catch air right here. I don't want to catch no air. I forgot about my coffee. Yeah, I feel safe. I didn't feel it like rattle. Alright, cool. Alright, now I will turn your attention, instead of watching the traffic, which way you want to watch? I just got a message on my phone. Let's see, okay, let me know. Which way do you want to watch? Look at that way or that way? Do you want to see I'm going to turn left when I get to the strip. Do you want to see the west side of the strip or the east side of the strip? Carol, that was your 20th super chat on a live stream. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. That must be a new feature. That's really nice to know. That's nice to know. Thank you very much. Don't knock Silver 7s. Oh, I'm getting another Sonobello ad. I'm gonna shut this shit down. Sonobello. I need that like I need a fourth leg. Don't knock Silver 7. They have a great... I've never eaten there. I honestly have not eaten at Silver 7th. I've been in there and it was sketchy. The other thing that was weird is you got to pass a security guard. So, have we determined, are we looking east or west? Jim West probably says west. I'm looking. Who's frozen? I don't think I'm frozen. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take a left. I want to know whether you want me to point the camera to the left or the camera to the right. That's what I'm figuring. Because this straight on view is like, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. But it's like we've matured past that. Now that it's attached to my rearview mirror instead of my windshield, I have freedom to point this wherever. Look at this guy and this freaking LED. What you doing with your Toyota? Yeah, I'm definitely turning left. We'll see what the good views are. Hopefully I get out of this glitch out zone. Let me drink some coffee while I'm doing this. Still nuclear hot. You can't see it. Let me drop the exposure now. Waiting. If I drop the exposure, you can see my Mariah Carey up on the billboard there. Hey, I let this guy in. What the heck? What song does she sing? I don't even know. All I want for Christmas, I don't know. All I want for Christmas is you. Uh-oh. Now, why do they have these cones here? Someone should have got out and removed those stupid things. Alright, I think we're going to point left. Greg Jasper with the 20 banana ranas. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Let's point her to the left. Alright, that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, the right we've seen already. Giordano's. What's Giordano's? Somewhere around here. What do I know? Old Red. So did you guys like that news segment I put together? You know, like Bror Fredrik News Network? I think I was. I was trying not to lean on my old broadcasting days too much, but I think I leaned into it a little much, you know, with the and the dramatic pauses. But I thought it was fun too. Anyone who knows me would know I'm just having fun with that. From Don to Con. What is all this? What are they talking about? Gas money, perfect. That is awesome. My $4.39 gas. Rather $2 gas and a couple mean tweets, but you know, it is what it is. You guys liked it? Alright, cool. The BNN. To do that. So I would say that as far as the rotation, because I always said I want to get down to a you know, like regularly scheduled stuff and not like wing. Like when I was doing live streams 6 days a week, it was a little easier because I would just wing it, you know, no matter where I was, I'd have the gear with me. I'd be like, all right, 6 o'clock, going live. But I wanted to do it in a little more, you know, a little more organized fashion. I don't know time-wise quite yet. I mean, this month is going to be nuts. It is going to be a busy-ass month for me, and that's another reason I want to get a little organized. But I think what we're going to do is drive and chat on Tuesday, Friday, which will be live, AMA Friday. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Beeping. Like, did you see any friggin' moss growing on me? Come on now. Alright, we'll keep it to the center for a second. Alright, let's look at that real quick. I'm gonna drive slow. Make this guy beep at me again. They're moving. They're making their moves. Alright, now we point it this way. Oh, that's a freaking sexy view with the freaking, with the palm trees and everything. Alright. So I think Tuesday is going to be Drive-In Chat Live Day. I think Friday is going to be AMA Live Day. And I think Saturday, let me level that out. I got to turn on my rear view camera. I don't know if all cars can do that, but fortunately I can do it on this car. Listen, bonk. And I can see out through the screen. I can see out the back, like the backup camera. I can pop it on whenever I want. It's kind of boss. I never figured out why I would do it until I started messing with my rear view mirror with this camera. But anyway. And then Saturday night is Saturday Night Live on the Strip and whatnot. So I think that's going to be the routine. What do you guys think? And the rest of Sunday, obviously, you know, I take Sunday off even though I put other videos up because I got to clean my bathrooms and whatnot. And then the rest of the week, which leaves 3 days, I will have pre-recorded content. Not chopped up old live streams, but genuinely pre-recorded stuff. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that. So, 3 days of live, 3 days of Bror Fredrik Network. So, I'll talk about, I think Monday, you know, capturing what happened over the weekend for the week, yada, yada, why I did it yesterday. And then 2 days, which would be like Wednesday and Thursday. Like I'm almost done with the video. You can tell which shirt I'm wearing and when I did these videos. Like I didn't just do the news yesterday. I did 2 other videos too. They're moving pretty good there. And one of them is, do all men cheat? That should be a good one. I don't think it's on the butthurt scale. I would say, I don't know, it's about a 4, maybe. You know, it's not really, there's not a lot of butthurt potential. Too much butthurt potential. There's enough. I mean, if you're a cheater or you're one of the women who lie that your man cheated on you to save face, then yeah, there might be some butthurt involved. But do all men cheat? I'll give you well, see, that's so, I want to keep the subject matter. I've been delving into subjects that are like an hour long. And I'm trying to, if I feel that a subject is going to go that long, I'm going to break it down into slightly, see, look how tore up this is. It's tore the F up. Even though, like, 1 lane over is paved, which I should actually be in that lane. Ugh. Are they actually done paving over here? Why is it so tore up? These F1s are going to catch air. So bad. The $45 million the town spent to help them pave, and we still got to drive, like, you know, over. It's like a freaking obstacle course of potholes on the strip. It's embarrassing. But anyway, there's a lot of subjects wrapped up in that one that I'm going to turn into separate subjects. Like, statistically, it's starting to show that women probably cheat more than men. We might cover that too. Alright, what do we got here? 140 people, that is awesome. Yeah, I should drive the F1 track one of these. I think we'll come around the back and go by the Sphere again. You guys want to go see the Sphere at night? I think it's kind of fun. I think we'll do that. I'm reading messages. You should also ask a follow-up question to that. Such as, what follow-up question should I ask to that? Like, for every woman that had a man cheat on them, how much lovemaking were you giving your man? Yeah, that's a whole video right there. I mean, that's phase 2. That's subject matter number 2. The reasons why men cheat. There are specific reasons why men cheat. There actually are. Not all of them are what you might think. I don't even want to give it all away. I've given it all away in the past, but, when women cheat, it's completely different, though. When women cheat, it's the man's fault. That's like a given. Well, he wasn't paying enough attention to me. He wasn't making time for me, so, I just slipped and fell on someone else's D. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, what a horrible man who sleep with another man. What kind of... like, you women are crazy. Gassing each other up for infidelity. It's like, yikes. You go, girl. He had no right working late 3 nights in a row. I don't blame you for cheating on him. And it's not really cheating anyway. you women can gas each other up for the dumbest things and the most immoral things. It's so odd. Oh, you slashed all his tires. Well, he deserved it. Gassing each other up for even committing crimes. It's funny. I've never had that done to me, fortunately. That's never happened. I used to have an ex that used to... Nothing to look at over here. Let's twist her this way. Twist her. There we go. See, I love that I can do that now. Hold on, I think I'm going to drop the exposure a little more. I had one that used to leave stuff under my my windshield wiper. That was equally weird and frightening. I think she left a rose, a couple of love letters and letters. I was a kid. I think it was just high school or some such nonsense. But I never had anyone take a bat to my car. You hear this road? You're probably seeing it too. Yeah, F1. The rest of the track is a Baja track. N-Bay looking pretty sexy. Uh-oh. Fire engines. Alright, I'm out of light. I can see what you guys is talking about. Just stay single or break up if you cannot be faithful. No excuses. Come on, bro. It's never the man's fault. Yeah, it is sometimes. But like Ron said, it's just if you can't keep it in your pants or you can't keep your legs closed, just exit stage left. But most women will not until they line something else up, gives them a little more safety net. That's why it's one of the reasons why women cheat more, Women cheat more in non-intercourse ways. Yes, that is a thing. Blah. Guys are just plowing. They're just like, F it, whatever. Becky at the water cooler, what up? that's a nice view. Kind of the sign. You are 100% Ms. Google. That's what they call monkey branching, you know, because women are hypergamous and they monkey branch. I mean, it sounds a little crude, but a woman is yours for now. You know, men have to learn how to accept that, you know, makes things go a lot easier. She's just yours for now. And that doesn't mean like for this week, for the weekend, for the night. Doesn't matter. You could be married for 20 years. She's still only yours for now. You know, because when, you know, you have a stroke from freaking working so hard to provide for her, you know, give it 2 years. She'll find some other dude, you know, and you'll be a distant memory, and she'll look back and say, yeah, he was a good man, while she's banging the next one. You know, it's just the way it is. Except for my grandmother. You know, my grandmother was, she was good. And probably my great-grandmother, too. Because she wore the veil. My great-grandmother, when my great-grandfather died, she put on the the black veil and the little hat and the black shoes and the black dress her entire life till she died. So shout out that. But most women will monkey branch. I mean, you know, to a degree, whatever. Security and such, and yada, yada, yada. That was indeed the Tropicana, which they just announced that they are going to knock down. They're shooting for the first quarter of 2025. So a year and a couple months from now, we'll start considering whether they're going to knock it down or not. And on other news at the Bror Fredrik News Network, the Durango rolled forward their opening date. They were going to open on the 20th, and we were down there, like a week and a half ago, and I'm just thinking, no friggin' way. I got a good handle on what construction is, and I'm just looking at that place going, no friggin' way. They could do a soft opening if they got their, you know, CO, their certificate of occupancy and whatever, but there's just no way in the world I thought that place was opening. Sure enough, they announced today they're moving forward their opening date to... when is it? Alright, now I'm going to turn the camera in the other direction. December 5th. I'm pretty good at that stuff. Pretty good at, what would I say? Alright, yeah, okay, that's a good look. Prognosticating. I got a pretty good sense of what's what. Studio topic says, Joe, is it worth getting married if you lose half your crap? Absolutely not. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. No, it's not worth it. You know, it's just not worth it. Until, okay, here's the thing. Until most states still have, we're going to pass the Las Vegas sign momentarily. Until most states abolish, and I mean abolish, no-fault divorce, men are just not going to be interested in getting married. You know, I mean, the prospect of losing half your shit because your woman is bored, because your woman just decided, you know what, I really want to focus on my career and I've had enough of you, or whatever, just no fault. That means just going and applying for a divorce without any specific reason. Just fuck it. You know, I want out of this marriage, and that's that. Until that gets abolished, you know, I wouldn't, like women across Florida did away with it, and You know, women are freaking out. Oh my God, that was like taking away our rights as women, set back the movement a million years, blah, blah, blah. What? That's to get rid of all you women who are using divorce as a career opportunity and keeping marrying up. You see a lot of these women, a lot of famous women too, all they've done is married up. What did you do for a career? Oh, I just married various men and took half their shit. You know, it's a horrible institution, you know, especially when it comes to no fault. What is this guy doing? That bus seems so heavy. See how it's rocking? If it's rocking, don't bother knocking. Oh, that's one of the big buses. This guy with his freaking lights on my face. All right, let's get the book and then let's see. Now I see. But they got to do away with that as a whole. No. This is a file by women. That's the other thing that's messed up, because it's no fault. You can just like watch a TikTok video about how you need your freedom and how you need to grow as a woman and blah, blah, blah. Someone else's miserable experience. Look at your man and be like, F it, you know, I want out. And meanwhile, you've been saving all that money anyway, and then you get half his shit because that's what marriage is. It's a contractual arrangement. You know, it's a modern concept in the grand scheme of things, but still contractual nonetheless. What are all these news crews doing down here? Is there actually something going on I don't know about? Bror Fredrik on the news. So yeah, they should do away with no fault and get a prenup. But most prenups can be broken. You'd have to spend, you'd have to get like a high-powered lawyer to draft up a prenup, and he'd have to get like a forensic accountant involved. I mean, a true ironclad prenup is, you know, it's no joke, because, you know, they have to figure out your assets, what you're really worth, what your potential. I mean, they forensic level inspect your life before, and hers, before getting into it. And a lot of people are like, oh, uh-oh. Reject the call. That's my spam notification. Reject.
Call ended.
Yeah, you better believe it did. Call ended. But, yeah, a lot of people like, oh, you know, we're so this and that we don't need a pre. That's what frickin' Garth Brooks said, too. You know? It just is what it is. Shouldn't be any, it's not to offend. Golden Eagle 99 with the 10 banana rounds. The only way to get over this men cheating issues are men allowed to own women that are their wives. To own them? To own them. Do you mean that in the traditional sense of ownership? I mean, for me personally, I take, I'll say this from a certain standpoint, I take, in a relationship, absolutely, you know, you belong to me. But likewise, I belong to you, but you belong to me, you know? I'm very protective about that. Go down to the shelter and start your cat collection. You know, that's how I feel about it. And thank you for those 10 Bananaramas. Ownership. Now, another human being, I mean, from a legal standpoint, like having a title, you know, I don't know if I want a title on my woman, but she should feel secure in being owned, you know, and I mean that in a more like DS fashion, not like ownership per se. You know, that's my take on things. And a lot of women take great pride in that, you know. I belong to my man. I belong to my man. That's a keeper. In my opinion, that's a keeper. I belong to my man. No, we don't belong. We're equals. We're partners. And, you know, if our schedules happen to align, we have dinner and not boots, and yeah, whatever. That's not a relationship, in my opinion. You know, like I always say too, the whole concept of one per customer is very freaking modern too. Not like I'm advocating for, you know, multiple like sister wives or everything, but or anything, but that is a modern concept. You know, I don't know. They say the patriarchy invented. Oh, I said the P word. Uh-oh, demonetization. Yeah, the Pink Panther. You know, that's a very modern concept that the archy supposedly came up with. Yeah, I mean, I get why they did it. The same reason the archy came up with the feminism, because it put more people in the workforce to collect more money and have control over the children. If you don't see that, you're blind. You know, wipe your eyes. But that's pretty obvious. But that's probably the same reason why they did away with, you know, sister wife activities. Conversation, that's funny. Under the bridge, I'm losing signal. Let me sneak up a little bit. Bam, there we go. Just do what in Tijuana? And you know what? I think, okay, here's another concept for you. As much as I would say prenup being one thing, but if you're not going to do a prenup, I would say even if you're dating, you know, in any long-term fashion, you should draw up a contract. It doesn't need to be between lawyers per se, but I would say, okay, you know, we're hitting it off. We're in the same frame here, or you're in my frame, and, you know, I'm content with that, whatever the case may be. Let's put it in writing. And what do I mean by that? I would say, oh, we get to look at the strip unhindered, unimpeded, unhindered. I would say you would write up a paper, formal, you know, on a piece of paper, and both sign it, that sort of outlines the parameters of your relationship. One, to deal with any hashtag Me Too type issues, you know, and two, you know, like if she's like, yeah, you know, I don't mind if we, you know, we bring Becky from the water cooler over on your birthdays and whatnot, you know, I'd want that in writing. That way later on, if, you know, shit goes sideways, she wouldn't be coming back going like, oh, you know, he forced me to endure Becky at the water cooler on his birthday. No. And in fact, it was your idea. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, to avoid the you know, the Me Too things that might crop up. And then to hold each other, not just a woman, but the man, to hold each other accountable for how the relationship is going to be. You know, how we're going to handle the finances at this stage of our relationship if we're not married, you know, if we're cohabitating, or even if we're not, but we're just looking at something long term, you know, who's paying, what are we doing, blah, blah, blah. I would put all that shit in writing, you know, and like the relationship things, like for me, I don't accept girls' night out. That's just never going to happen in my world. So I wouldn't have that in writing. It'd be like, you know, I accept the fact that there ain't going to be no girls' night out bullshit in our relationship. Sign at the dotted line. You know, I would do that. And if she had specific things that she expected of me, like, you know, her deal breakers per se, you know, depending on what they were, you know, I'd be willing to commit to them too, because I'm a good man, you know. I mean, if she said, hey, you know, you can't go on business trips anymore, or you can't go on business trips without taking me with you, you know, I just know that I'm not in a position to do that, you know. Sometimes I have to do an impromptu business trip and rush across country to get some shit done. And it just is what it is, because you like to eat, right? You like the occasional designer bag, so, take it down a notch, But, I believe in that wholeheartedly. Putting things in writing. And then you could always refer to it, and that would eliminate a lot of arguments too, because then it's not a he said, she said type of thing. Then you could say, well, according to paragraph 3 in the addendum that we did a month into this relationship, you're not gonna do XYZ. You're not. Oh, there's an exception. My sister's coming into town and she wants to see thunder from down under. I'd be like, Paragraph 2 says no thunder from down under. Well, it's a work thing. How am I going to explain it to the other women that they're all going to go see so-and-so and blah, 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 and all this other shit? And I'd just be like, just explain to them that you've got a man at home that actually cares about you and your well-being and does not want you exposed to frickin' shady shit. Okay, that's how you deal with it. If you can't, I'm sorry, but according to this chapter and this paragraph and this addendum, you agreed not to. It just holds everyone accountable, and vice versa. I'm speaking from a man's perspective, but as a woman, I'd hold them accountable too. You said you weren't going to watch frickin' 5.5 hours of football 2 or 3 nights a week, and now you are. That's not what I signed up for. Look at this chapter and verse. I would do shit like that all frickin' day. Hold one another accountable, eliminate all the he said, she said, girls' night out, what if it's dinner and a movie? Perhaps. I mean, girls' night out, clubs, that's a no-go. Obviously the thunders from down unders, what I call swoon shows, where all the women swoon over him, that type of bullshit. That was real popular a few years ago in town here, but that's kind of died off. That type of shit, no, that's not gonna happen. Dinner and a movie? I mean, I would prefer book club, book club and knitting club and, things that take place at, one another's houses, perhaps a little better. But even that could get pretty freaking raw, With other single women, probably not so much. That's another criteria. Single women tend to be bad influences for the most part, unless they're extraordinarily stable, and I've met them. Let's see, what else? Dinner and a movie, yeah, perhaps. I would go on a case-by-case basis, depends where it was. They said, well, I want to go to Bavette's. I'd be like, wait, you got a reservation? No, we're going to sit at the bar. Nope. No go. Not happening. Not on my watch. Oh, no, we're getting a reservation, and, we boobies showing? Cleavage out? What? There's a lot of things that come into play, that whatever. Oh, yeah, cool, whatever. High heels? That's me. If you guys are not like that, good on you. Maybe you should be, but you know what's going on out there. But me, no, I ain't afraid. I don't bite my tongue. I don't freaking happy wife, happy life. No, happy freaking husband, and I'll give you the world. Happy man, I'll freaking make your life wonderful beyond your freaking wildest imaginations. But you got to make me happy. You know what I'm saying, fellas? That's how you got to treat life. Especially you single guys out there. If you're looking to get involved. Look at this freaking traffic. We've moved like 10 feet. Freaking yikes. What's the movie? Are we watching Mary Poppins? The Return of Mary Poppins? Something freaking wholesome? Or we watching 55 more shades of gray? It's like I'm saying, everything's relative. Well, I don't gotta explain myself to my man. Well, I ain't your man no more if you feel that way. You know, I should know. Why shouldn't I know? If you feel that you should just run willy-nilly and I shouldn't even, check or want to know what's going on in my life, then, you're obviously with the wrong person, or you're just not qualified to be in a relationship, in my opinion. You should just, go get some cats, or go find one of those freaking beta losers who's like, I don't care, as long as she comes home to me. That's some beta shit. Oh, this is better views. Let me get better views. I don't play those games. And women who've done that their whole lives, yeah, they end up single anyway, That's just facts. Time catches up with that, Time catches up with that mentality. Oh, we're going to Bavette's. I'm wearing this, putting on those pumps that I usually wear when I go do XYZ. Pumps are alright. Stilettos, pumps, alright, we cool with the pumps. Alright, what else we got going on? Who's going? Oh, all my married friends. Oh, Marge. Not Becky from the water cooler, but Betty and, Marge and, alright. Susan, all right, cool. I know them. They were cool. The husbands were cool. They're on board. They don't put up a shit either. All right, cool. I'm down with that. So what movie are you going to go see? Oh, we're going to go see, whatever. All right. What time do you do anything after that? Nah, I'll be tired by then. I'll be missing you too much, bro. I will be, by the time half of that movie is done, I'll be just itching to get out and just cannot wait to get home to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, fellas? I mean, that's the best. When a woman misses you and she's out doing, her stuff, with her ladies, and she's just like, oh, yeah, it was all right, but wow, I just couldn't wait to get home. Fellas, toss that in once in a while. Swallow your pride and tell your woman to smoke up the females' butts and yeah, I know. I went to the soup. It sucked. It was just miserable. Don't do that. That's so disingenuous. Own the fact that you had a good time. And she should own the fact that she had a good time too. But yeah, but you know what? When I got back to the hotel room, all I could think about was you waiting for me. Yeah, freaking be honest. Don't be a dick. Fellas and ladies. A comedy bro, what is going on here? I put $40 in gas. I'm gonna run out of gas by the time we get to the after Sphere. We went 1 block in the past half hour. They sell booze at movies? Really? Where? Well, I don't care. I wouldn't be with a woman who's a drinker anyway. That's another no-go for me. I mean, the occasional drink now and then, but if she's going out with her friends, there ain't gonna be no drinking. Trust me. Drinking equals what? Poor judgment. I don't care who you are. It's poor judgment. Or it's the potential for things to go sideways, I mean, 2 guys at the end of the bar watching, 4 women have girls' night out. Obviously, they all got rings on. But they've just, they just knocked off their 3rd box of wine, at the other end of the bar. That's a problem. That's a problem. Could be a problem in the parking lot. Could be just a problem in general because, there's predatory men out there. that will take advantage of, you know, that situation. So no, I'm just, to me, a woman who drinks besides the point, you know, it's just a turn. That's what you do. Okay. Oh yeah, you like to drink? Okay. Anything else I should know about besides the fact that you like getting hammered? No, I'm good. That right off the bat, I'd be like, yeah, all right, see ya. Let's see. We trust each other honestly and truthfully. Where we going? Don't hang out with friends. Oh, Venus and Jim, I love your coupleness. You guys got your act together. I dig that. You are an example. Yeah, you never know who's watching you, you know? I mean, guys, even if it's not for anything vile, the guys at the end of the bar watching the women polish off box after box of wine, you know? It's still not a good look, you know? I mean, what if someone I do business with comes to me and's like, hey, yo, Bror Fredrik, I hate to tell you, but I saw your woman, you know, at Bavette's hammered, or tripping over herself, or just drawing so much attention because they were drinking so many boxes of wine. Or, how about this one? I saw some dude approach her at, you know, whatever. He was at one end of the bar. She was kind of minding her business. He still approached her, but I'll tell you what, they had like a freaking 4-minute long conversation. Oh, you mean she couldn't get rid of him in 30 seconds? You seriously? It's like 4 or 5 minutes? Yeah, bro. I mean, I hate to tell you, but, you know, she sat and they giggled a little bit, and finally he went his own way. Yeah, she blew him off, but, you know, still entertained his company a little bit. I'd be freaking changing the locks. If you can't deal with some dude hitting on you in under a minute, you are not the right woman for me. Like, under a minute. Me. Because I could handle a woman hitting on me in under a minute, and I'd expect the same. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, sorry. You know, I got places to go, people to do, I'm out. You know, this thing you're trying to do just ain't happening, I'm out. You know, I handle that shit quick. Attention a little bit, if it's like more than a couple minutes, no, that's like, check please. And what if one of your business associates happens to see that? You look like a complete freaking putz. Like, they probably won't even tell you, because guys are putzes anyway, you know? They're always afraid, you know, to say things like that. But still, that affects your relationship with a lot of things. You know, he's the type of dude who's you know, whose woman's accessible and stuff. Ugh. Yikes. You gotta think about all that stuff. At least I do. It's hard work, but yeah, I know, but it pays off in dividends. What if they're all drinking at one of their houses? I mean, like I said, I'm not like big on the whole drinking thing anyway, and presumably, you know, any woman that I was with, I mean, I wouldn't send, she'd have to be driving. You know, if she said something to the effect of like, well, I'm going to take an Uber over Barbara's house because we're going to, you know, kick back some brews. I'd be like, yeah, no. So I would assume she'd drive, because I would always want her to have the availability to get out of a situation. What if there's a, you know, there's a party that not a party, the old ladies that get together, it's book club night or some such nonsense, and, you know, suddenly one of them's like, hey, let's put on 50 Shades of frickin', you know, whatever on DVD. I want my woman to be like, hey, I gotta get up early, I'm out. I'm not gonna sit through this bullshit with you, you know? Well, hey, let's put on a football game and check out all the dudes you know? So I don't want her Ubering anywhere. I want her mobile. So that would kind of preclude the whole drinking thing anyway. But I just, you know, to me, drunk women are a turnoff. Oh, I gotta get out of this lane. This bus is gonna crush me. Yeah, it's just a freaking turn. Oh, bus, bro. This guy just F1'd me. Yeah, it's kind of a turnoff. I'll be totally honest, you know? I would never knock boots with a drunk woman ever either. Not in a million freaking years. I'd be like, maybe tomorrow, but not tonight. Fellas, learn that lesson. Do not knock boots with a drunk woman. Ever. I mean, if you're married, maybe. But even then, you never know. Just don't. Just don't. No D for you. Blow into this thing. Keep blowing, keep blowing. Oh, all right. You're a little over the legal limit. I'll see you in the morning. No way, Pia. It's not fun, and you could end up behind bars. So just don't do it. Yeah, Barbara's, like I said, Barbara's house could have trouble there too. You know, what if Barbara's husband starts a fight with Barbara? I want. That's what I would expect. Yeah, but I'm like that. That's freaking, that's manly. No, that's toxic, bro. Hey, Bror Fredrik, that's toxic. Okay, you know what? I passed an awful nice shelter where you can start your cat collection on the way over. I'll give you the address. Because it ain't gonna be with me. You're probably no one else of my caliber. So, adios. Netflix has a pre-F1 show? No kidding. Thank you, bro, for your honesty about drunk women. Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind saying, yeah, it just is what it is. You know, okay. I'm not protective. I'm protective of all the women in my life. You know, and not just, one I happen to be with, but all women, all freaking women. You know, that's just my very nature. And it's not because I consider women to be weak. It's because I consider women to be precious. That's why I'm protective. Little bit possessive, but 100% protective. I will deny all the other bullshit that women like to, all the catchphrases. Oh, he's so insecure, he's this, he's that. No, you just, I know what that's all about, but protective, I'll own that. What is all this nonsense? What the actual F are we doing here? So they split us up to squeeze back over here? Yikes. Are you seeing this? Warning? I think so. Yeah, here's a turn. We should have went down there. But I don't know what roads are opening. I gotta do some recon. Look at that knucklehead out there. Yeah, protective all freaking day. And now he decides to go. You see that maneuver right there? And it's not because I consider women weak. It's because I consider women precious. And I put my woman on a pedestal. If she chooses to climb off it, that's on her. Got all the likes today. What do I got? It's 130 people watching. It's showing 112 likes. That's freaking awesome. I must be dropping some mad truth. Yeah. Yeah, you have to be. I just don't understand how men are not. But see, that's the twisted logic of, the confusion of protective versus possessive. And there's nothing all that horrible about being possessed. Oh, I'm just another one of your possessions. I got your car, got my woman, got my golf clubs, It's not like that. I mean, it's not like that. It should be your most prized thing in your world. You know, the person that you're with, male or female. You know, is that being possessive? Oh, well, she's just someone who happens to crash in my bed? How is that better? No, you know? I don't get it. You see 700, something's been going squirrely lately. Like, the other night it said we had 800 cats. It only shows 475, like in the actual. And then I think Val Marie posted something that it said 1,500 likes. And in my actual, you know, back office YT stats, it shows like 200 and something. So there's definitely something going on. It's a golf tournament at the Wynn with F1 drivers and pro golfers. That should be kind of interesting. Yeah, well, that was the big bus, even though it was painted up. So there was some people on top of there. You could see up there the cage. See how you can see in and you can see the people? But when you're inside there, you can't see anything. Because that's like a two-way film they put on there that they're accusing people of peeling off. Alright, let's see. Let's see what else we're going to talk. I could talk about that all day. But that's me, you know? I mean, you know why? Because I have standards. I think everyone should have standards, especially men. You know, it's vogue for women to have standards. Well, I have standards. Good. I don't say no. But, you know, men have to have standards too. Unfortunately, they're not really lining up anymore. I want a man who never asks about my body count. That's a standard. Well, I don't want a woman with a body count. That's my standard. So obviously our standards are diametrically opposed. Does that make us bad people? No. Just you gotta find some freaking beta dude and I gotta find a nun. You know, whatever. Whoa, that took a long time to get past that swath of nonsense. Yeah, we can go see the sphere real quick. Let's go see the sphere. Cage match on the overpass. Exactly. Exactly. It's kind of wild. Who else is doing? I just heard another place is offering. I think Great Dane Mom said that was Black Mon Ami or Black Tap or something like that's offering $500. I mean, honestly, people are paying $500 to stand down, and if there's a meal included, that's not actually terrible. But stand in a crowd for $500, no, like F that. Where's that music coming from? You hear that? Oh, Cabo Wabo. Yeah, I'm digging the side view still. But yeah, going back to what I originally said, you know, I believe in, you know, getting it all down in writing. Absolutely. Because then, like I said, you can hold each other accountable. If you're married, I believe in, you know, putting the goals together. And then adjust them if things change. Just don't be like, you know, if you had a 5-year goal to move out of the hood into the burbs and whatnot, and it's 7 or 8 years have passed, you know, you should have had that conversation at year 3. I think we're going to have to extend, you know, our goals a little bit here because X, Y, and Z, and, you know, there was a shutdown and yada, yada, yada. Things about that Dita Las Vegas show. I heard it was kind of a freak show. But anyway. You know, adjust them as you go. But I believe holding people, regardless of whether you're involved with them, hold the people in your circle accountable. You know? And if you have to let people go, let them go. If they're not willing to be accountable, hold people accountable. You know, there's no accountability. And some, you know, some might say, you know, I mean, honestly, for a lot of modern women, accountability is like kryptonite. You know, it's always something else. Oh, Mercury was in retrograde, or, you know, he snores too loud, so that's why I cheated. You know, that's why I want a divorce. You know, accountability is like kryptonite for a lot of like true modern women. Not all women, but the stereotypical modern woman. But guys do that shit now. But I hold the people around me accountable, and you know what? It solidifies the relationship. You know, whether it's a friendly relationship, a eros relationship, a agape relationship, holding one another accountable is one of the kindest things you can do for another human being, is actually hold them accountable. You know, but today, in today's society, no one's accountable for anything. That's why we're so off the rails. But true love is holding someone accountable. Remember when you said this? Remember you agreed to that? Remember you said you weren't going to do this anymore? Remember you said blah, 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 whatever. But also praise for the good. Don't all be about the frickin' accountability. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. That's a bunch of bullshit too. You know, when good stuff's happening, you got to be all up in the praise activities, you know? You got to be up in your thank yous. You got to be up in the good jobs. You got to be up in the good girls, you know? You got to be up in, you know, if you want to be able to enforce accountability. If you're just a straight up dick about everything, then you're just, you know, a taskmaster. Who the hell wants that? Whoa, this guy came out of nowhere. There's got to be balance. I appreciate what you did. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the times that you did this, this, and that. However, wasn't so thrilled about this, you know? But, yeah. Accountability is good. I mean, you don't even... They used to have TV shows about... what's this guy doing? About interventions. You ever see how there's no such thing as those anymore, unless I'm just not watching the right stations? Like, nobody's doing, like, because, you're smoking a pound of whatever every day, you know? All right, let's go down here. Blah, let's F1. Here we go, F1. F1. Oh. Didn't get that far, huh? You don't see those interactions anymore. It's just a dead issue. Autodesk is advertising. No way. Abilities, just like, it's always someone else's fault. If you can blame it on someone else, blame it on someone else. Now I think I'm going to move this around a little bit. Accountability. That's for suckers. That was creepy. Did you see that? A cat spit up an octopus. I'm a big kid. These little mini bike freaks are becoming a problem. One of them's gonna get splattered soon. Did you see those just go by? I make everything a game. You know, I mean, life is complicated enough. I mean, you gotta have fun. I mean, I to this day, I have fun throwing out the garbage. You know why? Because every day I see how far away I can throw and still land it in the pail. You know? I just never gave up on that aspect of, this is a weird-ass X-turn. You just feel like death right here. It feels so wrong. Alright, let's put it back this way for a second. Yeah, this feels dangerous. Does this feel right? This does not feel right. I feel like I'm driving the wrong way on a highway. This feels weird. You know, I make a game out of it. If I'm brushing my teeth, I'm also doing like calf exercises. You know, it's just me. I like to keep life entertaining, you know. How do you multitask? I gotta brush my teeth and do calf work at the same time. Why? Because it's fun. Because why not? Don't judge me. Don't push me, because I'm close to the lose my head. Ha 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 ha. Every time we pass here, it's a stupid ass. They're putting more and more commercials on. I mean, let's face it. We all knew they would eventually. I didn't see one Halloween decoration on that. I hope they do something cool for Christmas. Otherwise, that's gonna blow. The cat is advertising a movie called Marvels. Yeah, I seen him just like hock up a freaking octopus or something. That was weird. He hacked it up. I'm your relationship coach now. These are the things. I mean, if you want to ask me questions like this, you know, hey, my wife did this, that, my husband did this, that, and the other, and go ahead and ask me during AMAs. I mean, set up a separate Google account. I've got it open to everyone. I'm not blocking people. You want to ask questions, ask questions. Come in anonymous. I'll answer. Might not want to hear the answer, but I'll be truthful with you. My husband wants to bring home Becky from the water cooler. I mean, I'm kind of into it, but not at the same time, because what if he likes her more than me? Well, legitimate. That's a freaking legit question. Where are we going? Yeah, let's go this way. This just feels so wrong on so many levels. Driving over here. It's confusing. Look how many people are going through this light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people went through that light and blocked it. So I can't turn. And this guy's gonna go through it. It's just freaking Wild West up in here. I'm freaking Sammy Safety. I ain't playing. I ain't playing. Alright, now we gotta turn to this side of things to see the sphere. I don't know. Supposedly Metro just underwent a large study and a large training program to get more prepared to pull over 420 drivers, which they technically are not now, but there's a special training and da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, you're never going to pass the test anyway, even if you're stone cold sober. They're just designed that you don't. However, they went through special training recently to be able to detect that. And that is a precursor. Whoa, that was a dangerous maneuver, Mr. Jeep. That was freaking dangerous. Look at these people. These people are just like, F it, I'm in the middle of the road. Look at me, I'm a jackass. Bror Fredrik's waiting at the light like a gentleman. That's a precursor to all the 420. They're just going to be everywhere. You know, come in like a bar. Come in, you know, pick your poison. You know, hang out. I guess they serve Twinkie and money. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I don't agree that they should ever have legalized it here, first of all, because it brought its own set of problems here. I'm not against it as a whole. I'm just against that they did it here, because it has definitely increased a lot of problems here. But I digress. Not judging, just saying. Okay, now we can go. But the lounge idea, okay. I mean, isn't the 420 so good now that all it takes is like one to really get you whack? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that really, look at they blocked the view over here. Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the case, right? So what are you gonna do at one of these lounges? Smoke 20 times more than you probably should just to hang out there because you can? But, you know, I know that the strengths nowadays that's available for purchase are like out of control, you know? You know, you could sit there and buy like, you know, Super 420, you know, one or two, and you're just freaking done. So what are you gonna do in a lounge that, you know, how much can you imbibe where that's different from a bar? You can go to a bar and, you know, have a drink, one beer, and not be freaking whack, you know? You could still be, you know, like, I wouldn't feel one drink. I mean, you know, it'd be in my blood, and you could statistically say that there's alcohol in my system, but, you know, one big, you know, hold it in and, you know, 420 hit, you're friggin' done, you know? You're just whacked. So, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with all that. Yeah, I would say it's all, I would say it. So yeah, they're training the 5.0 to detect. I mean, you see, I mean, I drive around and I literally watch it waft out of people's freaking cars and whatnot. Go, bro. I'm letting you go, yo. Because I'm doing the same thing you is. And trying not to hit this freaking cone. Oh, this is freaking sexy. Look at this. This feels so wrong. There's something completely wrong with this. I don't feel I should be driving here, but we are. How is this legal? This is a disaster. Wow, it's saying my phone is overheating. Really? Yeah, I guess it's warm, and it's 72.2 outside. I'm gonna roll down the windows a second, get some air in here. let some secondhand 420 in. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Whoa. We've been driving an hour and a half. How much gas do I have left? Down to a quarter tank. That ain't bad. Burnt up a quarter. Alright, let's hang a freaking right. And I'm gonna pause before I make such maneuvers. And go. They go to wind core. So what else are we gonna talk about? That was a good conversation. I enjoyed that. You know? I like just saying how it is. Well, at least for me. I don't care. I mean, I do care what other people do, but not really. You know, like I said, as long as everyone's got a solid foundation, you know, in their lives, how you paint it and what kind of drapes you use, who gives a shit? You do you. But I have standards. Everyone should have standards. Someone without standards is just vacillating in the wind. Gotta have standards. Got new subscribers. Yeah, I think we got a bunch of new subscribers. I'm hoping we get past, if you're out there listening and you're not subscribed, I would like to get past that 800. This 700 to 800 mark has been, it's been tough. I mean, I'm gaining a ton of subscribers, but I'm also losing a ton of subscribers. Like, I'm at like net 53. But all things considered, I picked up like 400 subscribers in the past 3 weeks, but I've also lost 350, which does not bother me in the least bit either. You know, it's the people who just want to, you know, experience Vegas without me talking about how girls' night out is freaking a train wreck to any healthy relationship. You know, because they didn't sign up for that. They just want to look at the pretty lights and shit. And I get it, and I'm 100% okay with that. So there's like a churn going on. Totally all right with that. But I would like to get past this 800 mark. I'd like to get past the 22 mark. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to YT. It does not matter to my ego. It does not matter to anything. However, it does matter to potential advertisers, especially people who don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. You know, 25 just sounds better. They're willing to do more, you know what I'm saying? Which is such a lame metric, because that's like the least concerning metric out there. Because I think, according to my stats, close to 60% of all my views come from people who are not subscribed. So in the grand scheme of things, even YouTube says that, you know, subscribers is a pretty much a legacy metric for figuring out a channel. Because some people just come across it, they're like, oh, that was freaking awesome. I'll watch that video. Another video I was talking about something I'm not interested in, I won't watch that one. Ooh, here's one that's good. So who cares, you know? I don't know, they expect people to get married. Oh my God, it's Bror Fredrik. I have to listen to every little thing that he does, every single video he ever puts out. I'm on board. No. You know? I mean, I'm not like that with people. You know, because now, I mean, who actually looks... Look at another one of these mini bike weirdos. I had one of those when I was like freaking 4. No, I couldn't walk when I was 4. But I had one when I was a kid. Anyway, you would like that. You would like the shit if you had a mini bike in my hood. But anyhow, nowadays, does anyone go into that subscription feed per se? It's not really that looked at. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I went. You can't, these guys don't even have headlights. This is so dangerous. Like bugs. You know, it's not really, it's not a thing. I subscribe to certain channels, but it, you know, your home feed goes according to what the last thing you search. These assholes. Stupid little kids. That's, oh my God, look, that's a child. That's a little child. Cutting through traffic on a mini bike. What was that kid, like freaking 7? Yikes. Anyway, what were we talking about? We was talking about the home feed. Yeah, the home feed. It goes by the last few things that you looked at. It figures if you're looking at this, you want some more. And that's the whole metric. So if you want some more of my Vegas type, what is it, a-holes? If you want some more Vegas things, it's going to show you that. If you're going to want some more relationship things, it's going to show you that. If you want some more, like when you Google one thing, like how to fix your freaking Maytag washer, you find one video, you fix your Maytag washer, and for the next freaking month, they're pushing appliance repair videos on you. Ugh, that's the worst. And that's when you go clear out your browser history, you know, your search history and whatnot. And then you start fresh. But that's how it works with YT. It's almost wholly based on what your previous video or videos happen to be. It just shows you some more. So subscribing is becoming a kind of a legacy metric. Except freaking, you know, people still use that as a scorecard, unfortunately. And a lot of people view it as, you know, like it's a validation thing. You see these people with 100,000 subscribers and they get like, 1,600 views on every video. That's like, yikes. You should be getting anywhere from, I don't know why I'm discussing this, you should be getting anywhere from like 3 to 7%. That's what you can expect based on your subscriber count, how many views. And when you get past that, that's pretty damn good. That's when YouTube's like, oh my God, past the freaking 7% threshold. Let's show them to more people. That's how a channel grows. When you pass that 7% metric. They'll never admit to it, but I do studying. Oh, I can do a U-turn over here. Dang. You get one that has the equivalency of like 50%. It doesn't have to be 50% of your subscribers, but the equivalency of 50% of your subscribers. Yeah, they're gonna show you some love because of that. You get one that's viral that is larger than your subscriber count. Freaking YouTube has a boinger going on. They're just like, boing! This could be a moneymaker. What's this guy doing? Am I turning here? Yes, I'm turning here. This coffee is still nuclear hot. There's some people living in this. I can't see it. There's some people living in an old billboard. Whole bag of Doritos. What you guys talking about? Yeah, it looks like I like the side views too. Now I'm back on the front view. I kind of dig it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I like it though, sometimes I like having the history on. Like lately, let's see how many people are going to go through the light. We got to pause. I always pause. Never go. Because invariably some asshole's going to run the light. Like lately I've been into watch repair videos. I love watching watch repair videos. Watching them take apart like, a 1969 Rolex into its 9,000 parts with microscopes and whatnot. Freaking love that stuff. So now they're feeding me a bunch of that, and I find those extraordinarily relaxing at the end of my day when I'm laying down with my new freaking right to the light. Let's see who else is going through the light. All right, let's pause here. Wait for their thing, and then I put on a watch video. So that I'm down with, but when I are for like redocking a panel in Adobe Premiere Pro, about freaking Adobe Pro that I already know. So yeah, I had to go in and clear my browser history. And if you keep doing that, they still, just because you cleared it really doesn't mean they'll stop. But every time I clear my browser history, they'll pull up something that I looked at from like 10 years ago. Something about photography, or, how to pose someone, or zombies. I was big into zombies 10 years ago. But, yeah. They're like, well, maybe you're still into this. They got to try to sell you something, The Nutcracker looks, F Nutcrackers. What are you guys talking about? Right? Watch repair videos are the best. They're my new crush. I have a crush on watch repair videos. I used to watch like, I told you, wood turning videos, but I got kind of played out. Now it's the same. But it's just so satisfying to watch them do it like at 20x. Like carve a bowl at 20x. Yeah, that's soothing. Then RC planes I dig once in a while, because it's shit I'm never going to do. I'm never going to wood turn. I'm never going to fly an RC plane. But I like watching it, so I'm not emotionally invested in it at the end of my day. And I'm never going to repair a watch, so I'm not emotionally invested in it at the end of the day, but it's so satisfying. I love watches. I'm a horologist in general, but I just love watches. They're just fascinating. So freaking fascinating. You know, take apart a watch. So they make these gear, like they made these freaking gear. They made these screws that you can barely see with the naked eye, like 300 years ago, out of metal. How the actual F? You know, it's like voodoo, you know, and you can put it on your wrist. It's just nuts. You ever see the sapphires and the jewels that they use, like the jewels that are basically bearings inside a watch? I mean, it's like a piece of, like 3 or 4 pieces of sand, and someone carved it flat and put a hole through it to use as a bearing. It's just like, it makes your head explode. Oh, why is that watch so much money? Because some freaking psycho sat there and filed down the microscopic head of a pin-sized thing, encased it in gold, stuck it in a watch, figured out how many 99 different kinds of gears it required to both tell the time and the moon phase. Holy cow, it's freaking voodoo. It's absolute freaking voodoo that you can wear on your wrist, you know? But I got an Apple Watch, and it helps me keep my appointments up. You gotta, what's that? All right. It tells you what time you gotta take a dump. Cool. Stylish, yeah. Look at that clock face you got. But I got some real shit on my wrist. I'm rocking 23 jewels here, you know? That's freaking elves made, that gremlins put together. That's just nuts. Yeah. What time is it? And look, watch this come here. Why did I pull in here? Because I felt like it. This area here, I mean, this is still the cool gift shop, but this area is friggin' dust. This area is sketchy AF at night. These two guys look sketchy. Everyone looks sketchy. I probably look freaking sketchy over here. Which way should we face? In the sketcholus. But I do like those showgirls there. I'm gonna lie, I don't even want to park next to one. They'd be thinking I'm rolling up on them or something. You two look sketchy too. Everyone looks sketchy. Alright, I have it right here. 99-cent souvenirs. I'm gonna drink a little coffee. 3 t-shirts for $1. Well, $10. That changes everything. CBD products, NFL gear, Indian jewelry, Kids World, adult. They have adult things in here? I hope not. That's another thing. Adult, TOYS. Check, please. That's another one. I'll ask that upon first meeting. Hey, into the, and you know. And then I give them enough rope to hang themselves on. And I'd be like, all right, check, please. Oh, you never called me after I told you I was, you know, rubber stuff. Like, you're damn right I didn't see it. But that's just me. And we'll end it on that. So, what was I going to say? I was going to say, let me make sure I didn't miss any super chat activities. Don't want to do that. Oh, I didn't, bro, Steve, that just, I didn't even see that. My bro Steve says, losing half, you know my position. Hell to the no. Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm getting half my shit. I'm going to put you right back where I found you. I met you as a barista in Starbucks. I'm driving you back to that very same Starbucks, and that's that. What clothes are you wearing? Put those on. I'll take you back there right now. I'm getting half my shit. Tom Lars in the house. All right, so based on that, I am going to... All right, I got stuff coming out tomorrow. A short is coming out tonight. Bror Fredrik Shorts is coming out tonight. And let's see, I got interesting content for the next 2 days coming up. Friday is going to be AMA Live. I kind of like doing it in the studio because it's a little more personal. And I also like doing it outside the studio because I'm a little more hype at the same time. So, I don't know, I'll flip a coin. Or you guys let me know in the comments which you'd prefer, studio or, you know, it doesn't have to be the True Bar, but that seems to be the spot lately. Saturday night, we're going out on the town as per usual. And if anything else comes up. Oh, and then there's a possibility that the worker Thursday morning. If that's the case, I'll go out at 5 a.m. and we'll go watch it live, or I'll record it or some such thing. I don't want to be crossing, let's go out from members only. That sounds good too. I'm not going to be crossing any picket lines or whatever. I don't want to be a scab. But, you know, we'll see. Even if they do strike, here's my probably less than popular opinion. Even if they do strike, it's all been planned in advance. They have a slush fund going on. The casinos are paying. It's all this now. It's all a horse and pony show, or whatever the expression is. It's all smoke and mirrors at this point, because I think it's already been set. So they might do it just to reinforce it, just to be like, but they're gonna get more money than they have in like the past 10 years. It's already been promised to them. So the rest is waiting for the ink to dry. But if they choose to go out and, you know, go on strike anyway, we'll go check it out. The world's largest gift shop ever. All right. Looking for. Let's see, these people look shady. Everyone looks shady over here. Yeah, I'm looking to get out of here. Anyway, people, I appreciated all the super chats. I appreciate you hanging out. And I appreciate you keeping me company. And I appreciate all your support. And I'm going to invite you one last time. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again. And let's see, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go look at that short tonight, the other video I did, yada, yada, yada.